Imagine you are 10 years old, living in a Serbian mountain village at 1580. The morning sun filters through the wooden shutters of your family's modest home as you help your father repair fishing nets by the stream. Your mother's voice drifts from the kitchen, where she prepares fresh bread, singing the old songs her grandmother taught her. This is your world, small, predictable, filled with the rhythms of rural life that have remained unchanged for generations. Then the ground begins to vibrate with the approach of horses. Your father's hands stop working the nets, and his face turns ashen. Through the village spreads a whisper that chills every parent's heart. The Devshirme has come. The child levy, that systematic collection of Christian boys for the Sultan's service, has arrived in your remote corner of the empire. Before we dive deeper into this forgotten chapter of history, if you're fascinated by these untold stories from the past, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content exploring the hidden truths behind great empires. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Where are you watching from today? It's incredible how we can connect across the globe to explore these ancient stories together. Now, let's return to that terrifying moment when your childhood was about to end forever. The Ottoman officials who enter your village are not cruel men, but they are thorough. They carry detailed records and imperial seals that grant them authority over life and death. The lead official, a stern man with intelligent eyes, examines the village boys with practiced efficiency. He looks for specific qualities: intelligence, physical strength, and most importantly, the adaptability that will allow a child to survive the transformation ahead. When his finger points toward you, your mother's wail pierces the morning air like a blade. Your father stands frozen, knowing that resistance means death for the entire family. You are not the only one. Chosen 3 other boys from your village join the collection, each torn from families who understand they will likely never see their children again. The officials offer standard reassurances. You will serve the Sultan, receive the finest education, and rise to positions of great honor and responsibility. But as the cart rolls away from your village, carrying you toward an uncertain future, all you can hear are your mother's cries fading into the distance. The small wooden cross she pressed into your palm feels like both a blessing and a cursey connection to a world you are leaving behind, and a symbol that could mean death if discovered in your new life. The journey to Constantinople stretches across weeks of harsh travel that serves as your first lesson in Ottoman discipline. You and dozens of other boys, aged between 8 and 15, are marched across the empire's vast territories. The officials maintain strict order, adequate food, and basic medical care. These boys represent valuable imperial assets that cannot be wasted through neglect. Yet the psychological impact is devastating as you watch familiar landscapes disappear and realize that your old life is truly ending. The boy walking beside you, Marco from a neighboring village, whispers stories of escape attempts he has heard about. But the guards make it clear that such thoughts are futile. Boys who try to flee are quickly recaptured, and their punishments serve as lessons for the rest. You learn to keep your head down, follow orders without question, and begin the mental process of survival that will define your existence for years to come. When Constantinople's magnificent skyline appears on the horizon, you should feel wonder at the architectural marvels before you. The great dome of Hagia Sophia, the towering minarets, the sprawling palace complex that represents the heart of the world's most powerful empire, all of this should inspire awe. Instead, you feel only a deep foreboding, understanding instinctively that this beautiful city will become the stage for your complete transformation. The initial selection process at the palace is methodical and humiliating. Ottoman officials separate the boys into different categories based on their assessed potential. They examine your physical condition, test your intelligence through simple questions and tasks, and evaluate your demeanor for signs of leadership or artistic ability. The process treats you as raw material to be shaped rather than as a human being with inherent worth. You are selected for the Enderun school within Topkapi Palace, an institution that will provide you with education rivaling any in Europe while simultaneously destroying your original identity. The official who makes this selection smiles as he explains your good fortune, but there is something in his expression that makes your skin crawl. You don't yet understand that this smile belongs to someone who has seen many boys like you transformed by the system he serves. The Enderun School operates according to principles that blend genuine educational excellence with systematic psychological manipulation. You are housed in dormitories within the palace complex, surrounded by luxury that masks the reality of your imprisonment. The marble floors, silk bedding, and ornate decorations create an environment of refined beauty that makes your situation seem privileged rather than coercive. Your education begins immediately and is genuinely impressive by any standard. You learn to read and write in Turkish, Arabic, and Persian. Mathematics, history, literature, and religious studies fill your days with intellectual challenges that expand your mind in ways your village school never could. You study music, art, and various crafts that develop your aesthetic sensibilities and creative abilities. But this education comes with a price that extends far beyond academic rigor. Your Christian faith is systematically erased and replaced with Islamic instruction. Your original name is forgotten, replaced with a Turkish one that marks your new identity. Your memories of home are discouraged, then forbidden, then gradually suppressed until they seem like dreams from another lifetime. The palace hierarchy that governs your daily life is complex and often cruel. Older students, who have survived the system longer, wield authority over newcomers like you. They understand the unwritten rules that determine survival and advancement, and they use this knowledge to maintain their positions while initiating younger boys into the system's darker realities. Some older students offer protection and guidance, but always at a price. They explain how to avoid the worst punishments, which officials to please, and how to navigate the complex social dynamics that determine your fate. But their help comes with expectations that make your childhood innocence a commodity to be traded for survival and advancement. The physical conditions of palace life are designed to break down individual resistance while building collective loyalty to the Sultan. You wake before dawn for prayers you once considered heretical, eat prescribed meals at exact times, and follow schedules that leave no room for personal reflection or resistance. Every moment is structured, supervised, and evaluated for signs of compliance or rebellion. Punishments for violations are swift and designed to reinforce the system's absolute authority. Boys who speak their native languages, practice old customs, or show insufficient enthusiasm for their new lives face consequences that range from physical beatings to psychological humiliation. The most successful students in the Enderun school are those who embrace their transformation completely, allowing their original identities to be consumed by their new roles as Ottoman servants. They learn to think like Ottomans, to dream Ottoman dreams, and to find meaning in Ottoman achievements. These boys rise through the system's ranks, eventually graduating to positions of real authority and influence. But success in this system requires a fundamental betrayal of everything you once were. The boy who enters the palace carrying memories of Serbian songs and Christian prayers must die completely for the Ottoman administrator to be born. This transformation is not metaphorical, it is literal, total, and irreversible. After years of this systematic remaking, you emerge from the Enderun school as a young man equipped with skills that would make you valuable anywhere in the known world. Yet you also emerge as someone whose soul has been fundamentally altered by the system that created you. Your capacity for normal human relationships has been shaped by years of manipulation and control. Your understanding of power is forever intertwined with the exploitation you experienced and witnessed. Your loyalty to the Ottoman system is complete not because you chose it, but because choosing anything else became literally unthinkable. The graduates of the Enderun school go on to serve the empire in various capacities as administrators, diplomats, military commanders, and court officials. Many achieve positions of great influence and spend their lives shaping imperial policy. But they carry with them the scars of their transformation, and many perpetuate the very system that created them by overseeing new generations of collected boys. The Devshirme system represents one of history's most systematic examples of cultural transformation through institutional control. It produced capable servants for the Ottoman Empire while destroying thousands of individual lives and identities. Today, the palace halls where these transformations took place have been converted into museums where visitors admire Ottoman art and architecture. The guided tours speak of educational innovation and administrative efficiency, but they rarely mention the human cost of the system that operated within these beautiful walls.